Hello everyone, I'm sorry to interrupt the episode before it's even began, but I just wanted to apologise for the slight technical issue I had in the previous episode. The missing footage will be at the beginning of this one, and then we shall continue off from where that ends. So it shouldn't be too confusing, but I just wanted to say sorry anyway. On with the episode. Now who could this mysterious character be? Are you him? Are you the one who was speaking through my stone without my permission? Answer me! That stone is an enhanced version of the gossip stones long spoken of in the legends of the Hyrulean royal family. I am the one who made it. You made it? The royal family's gossip stone? I'm sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Have neither of you heard the tales? Tales of the kingdom spoken of in the legend of the great hero, the place where the power of the gods lies hidden? This place, where the two of you now stand, is that kingdom. This is Hyrule. Well, I mean, we did kind of already know this. And I am its king, Daphne's Nohansen Hyrule. Is that how you pronounce it? I've got to say, that's a pretty awesome name. Daphne's Nohansen Hyrule. Yep, I like that name. Link, do you not recognize my voice? Does Link recognize anything? Look at him. His expression is completely vacant. Oh, okay. Maybe not so much now. Indeed, I am the one who guided you here. I am the King of Red Lions. There was no need for me to reveal my true identity to you so long as that blade, the Master Sword, could defeat Ganon. But now, both of you must listen to me. Once, long ago, this land of Hyrule was turned into a world of shadows by Ganon, who sought to obtain the power of the gods for his own evil ends. My power alone could not stop the fiend, and our only choice was to leave the fate of the kingdom in the hands of the gods. When the gods heard our pleas, they chose to seal away not only Ganon, but Hyrule itself, and so, with a torrential downpour of rains from the heavens, our fair kingdom was soon buried beneath the waves, forgotten at the bottom of the ocean. That's a little sad. Yet, all was not lost, for the gods knew that to seal the people away with the kingdom would be to grant Ganon's wish for the destruction of the land. So, before the sealing of the kingdom, the gods chose those who would build a new country and commanded them to take refuge on the mountaintops. Those people were your ancestors. Hundreds of years have passed since then. So long as Ganondorf was not revived, Hyrule would remain below, never waking from its slumber. Tetra, come to me. This necklace you wear is part of a sacred treasure called the Triforce of Wisdom, which has been passed down for many ages within the royal family of Hyrule. Your mother passed this down to you and instructed you to treasure it and to guard it with your life. Am I not correct? The Triforce of Wisdom is none other than the sacred power of the gods that we have kept from Ganon's clutches for so many long years. The gods placed upon your ancestors the task of protecting it from evil's grasp. You, too, must abide by the laws of the past, and so the time has come for me to teach you the fate into which you were born, the very reason that you live. Tetra looks, a little bit shocked. My fate. You are the true heir of the royal family of Hyrule, the last link in the bloodline. You are Princess Zelda. Zelda? I'm a princess? You are confused, aren't you? I suppose such is to be expected. Link. I am terribly sorry that you have been caught up in these events. But now that it is known that Tetra is indeed Princess Zelda, Ganon will be searching frantically for this child in an attempt to get the power of the gods that she possesses. He will not rest until he has found her. If he succeeds, my ancient kingdom under the sea will be turned into a land of shadow and despair, and so will the world you know above the waves. Link, I need you to lend me your strength in this dark hour. I have a suspicion about what has caused the Master Sword to lose its power. I need for you to come with me back to the lands above the water and return the power to repel evil to the Master Sword. Sounds like a job for me. Zelda. It is far too dangerous for you to join us in this task. Fortunately, this sacred chamber is not yet known to Ganon. It is my wish that you wait here in hiding until we return. I mean, who needs to walk, right? Teleporting is all the rage these days. I don't know how to say this. Everything that's happened to you and your poor sister, it's all been my fault. I'm so sorry. Ah, stop it! You're making me like you now. Well, Link doesn't really seem to give a shit, if I'm being honest. We have now been introduced to Princess Zelda, so it's probably even more important that we get done with what we need to get done pretty sharp, because Ganondorf is hunting her down, and I'm not sure she's quite as safe as she is in there. You know, it is a video game after all. Link, listen well. The fact that the Master Sword lost the power to repel evil suggests to me that something has happened to the sages who infused the blade with the god's power. The sages should be here in Hyrule, in the Wind Temple to the north and the Earth Temple to the south, praying to the gods. You must head for these two temples to see what has happened to the sages and attempt to find a way to recover the power to repel evil. Unfortunately, Ganon seems to have erected some sort of magical barrier down here in Hyrule, blocking our path to the temples. But each temple should have another entrance high upon Hyrule's mountaintops, which are now islands above the sea. As always, I shall mark these places on your sea chart. Now then, if we stay here much longer, we shall draw our enemy's attention to Princess Zelda's whereabouts. We must return to the surface immediately. Well, let's go then. Well, in terms of what we have to do this episode, I think it's mostly a few side quests sort of things. We have a couple of items that we need to pick up even in order to be able to progress further than we have. Ooh, what's this? Hey, look at me, I'm getting distracted again. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we took down Cyclops. She's so creepy. Tell me, little boy, can you control the wind? So young to have such power. How did you know to find me here? I am the queen of the fairy world. What is the matter, my child? Does that not surprise you, young one? I like you. And so, I shall give you new power to the bow that you wield. Yeah, she got even creepier. Woohoo! There we go. The power of fire and ice have been added to your arrows. This is going to help us out immensely. Probably more so in this episode than any other, because this is what we need to progress, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the slow sway really makes her even creepier. Thank you, Nintendo. Ice arrows can freeze the hottest flames, and fire arrows can melt the coldest ice. As opposed to the warmest ice, of course. The fairies in this fountain will ease your weariness. Use them as you need to. Will do. Child, I must tell you, you are just my type. What a romantic moment. Well, we're kind of stuck here, so I'm gonna warp on out and head over to where we need to be. So I'll see you guys in just a jiffy. We of course have our 2 marked destinations on the map, but we're not going there just yet. It would probably be mostly a waste of time if we did, as I don't yet have the items I need to complete those dungeons. So we're going to be sailing on off. We're looking for, ooh, treasure. This is our next destination. There are just a couple of little islands like this that we kind of have to visit before we continue. So let's go on ahead and see what we can do here. There we go. Well, that gives us 5 minutes on the clock, so let's go on ahead and see if we can finish what we have to in just 5 minutes. If I'm being real, we probably won't. It might take us a few attempts, but here we go. Ah! I sure do hope we don't need more than 2 minutes to do this, because yeah. Well, we made it to the top with just over 2 minutes to spare. So I guess you could say this is kind of a little hard mode for myself. I'm gonna be smart and avoid as many enemies as I can. Is that how this works? Ah! I'm sucking it so bad because I'm on the clock. Oh no! Now we have less than 2 minutes on the clock. This is amazing. There we go. That's one of the nasty boys down. And another one. Take care of you. We did it! Wow, you really didn't need 5 minutes, I guess. Because 3 minutes I spent just getting to the top, and then I died in here. Well, not died, I jumped in the lava like an idiot. And now we have the power bracelets, an item that I love. It's one of my favorite items. Both arms are now stronger. I guess you could say that Link has been working out. Are they on just automatically? Yeah, they are. Okay, that's good. So we're super strong now. We can pick up just about anything that's in our path. I'm gonna leave these guys. They don't look too friendly, if you ask me. Well, we have our power bracelets, we have our bow upgrade. There is just one more stop we need to make for one more item before we can continue. We don't really have much of a say in the matter. Without these items, finishing the game is going to be mighty difficult, so I shall see you guys when I arrive. Not sure how far off I am. Also not sure if I'm going in the right direction, so I might have to look that one up. This place is far too cold for my liking. Well, as usual, we have a 5-minute timer. Let's see if I can maybe make better use of my time than I did previously. This is very slippery. It's a little difficult to navigate, but we're gonna do what we can to get to where we need to be. Not even sure if I'm going the right way. I sure hope I am. Oh gosh, it's so slippery. Oh my god. Alright, well, maybe I should stop messing around. I've already wasted a minute. No, what are you doing, Link? Stop! Get a running jump. There we go. Alright, we're not doing too badly for time. It definitely took me less time to get here than it did to the top of the volcano, but we don't talk about that now. I'm not even going to attempt to kill these bats. I'll just go sliding all over the place when I do. Okay, well, if I'm being honest, this one was a little bit easier. Well, there we go. We've got the iron boots now. These boots are so heavy you can hardly walk, but the wind can't blow you around when you wear them. It's probably going to be pretty handy for us in an upcoming dungeon. Not that I want to spoil what's upcoming for anybody, but come on, let's be real. I'm sure you've all played this by now. It's criminal if you haven't. Well, we need to head on in here and see what we can do about introducing ourselves to the sages, I believe. Let's get rid of that. Oh boy, this one's a long one. How am I meant to remember this if I can't even remember the Ballad of Gales? The Earth God's lyric, okay. It sounds fancier than a ballad at least. Oh, well there's our first look at Azora in this game. It's just a shame that she's kind of all ethereal and stuff. Ethereal? Ethereal? Not sure. My name is Larudo. I am a Zora sage. For an age, I offered my prayers here in the Earth Temple, praying that the power to repel evil would ever remain within the Master Sword. And yet, unfortunately, due to Ganondorf's evil designs, the Master Sword you hold has lost this power. Yep, that's kind of why I'm here, lady. After his defeat at the hands of the Hero of Time, Ganondorf was sealed away, but not for all time. He was revived, and he returned to Hyrule in a red wrath. He attacked this temple and stole my soul, knowing that he had to remove the power contained in that enchanted blade. In order to return the power to repel evil to your sword, you must find another to take my stead. Stead? Steed? I think it's steed. Hey, I'm British by the way, and I'm supposed to have really good English. In order to return the power to repel evil to your sword, you must find another to take my steed in this temple and ask the gods for their assistance. You must find the one who carries on my bloodline, the one who holds this sacred instrument. Nothing can stop the flow of time or the passing of generations, but the fate carried within my bloodline endures the ravages of all the years. It survives. The song you just conducted is one that will open the eyes of the new sage and awaken within that sage the melody that will carry out prayers to the gods. The door that blocks your way will only open when the sage plays that song. May the winds of fortune blow with you. Okay, well here we are. This is the very entrance to the Earth Temple, I do believe. We can't enter it just yet because the sage is, had her soul sucked out of her and all of that jazz. So we now need to be on the lookout for someone who has her bloodline. I believe that's what she said. Wasn't really paying attention. Probably should have been. But either way, we only know one person in this whole entire land who has a harp. So what do you know? We're going to be heading back to Dragon Roost Island. Even though I've already been there to cash in on a few rupees. So with that said guys, I think I'm going to cut it here. We have collected every single item that we can for this episode. We have all that we need to progress, minus just one thing, or rather person. We need Medley. So next episode we'll be sailing on over to pick up Medley and pretty much just heading straight back here to the Earth Temple, I believe. So that's it for today folks. As always guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If my content tickles your pickle, please consider subscribing or leaving a like. And I shall be seeing you guys next episode when we tackle the Earth Temple, I think. Bye!